Alright, it's been a few minutes now, so we'll go ahead and see if the worm has actually propagated over the network. Look in the Windows directory for all these virtual machines. We should see the ddraw32 file if it has begun its spreading routine. And yep, there it is, right there in the system directory. So check the last machine in the list here. Oh, I think this doesn't have the view settings right. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to see it. There it is. So the worm has infected all 6 of these virtual machines. And as you can see, the normal user wouldn't have show all files checked, so he would probably overlook the worm and not notice it. It's not very noticeable. Files will grow as they are infected, however their operation isn't changed. And it's really hard to notice, especially because of the stealth components that it has. So what makes Bumerang unique is its awesome payload, which is actually a modified version of the CIH virus. Now, CIH came out in the late 90s, and what it did was on April 26th, it would basically destroy the file allocation table of the hard drive, and then it would, on certain Intel chipsets, would flash the BIOS, the basic input-output system. Now, what this means is that it would overwrite the code in the basic input-output system, and this contained instructions on how the computer should boot and what order it should follow when booting, and this would often lead computers being unbootable, and they'd really have to be serviced by a technician, as it was pretty much impossible to boot from a bad BIOS back in the 90s. So Bumerang contains a stripped down version which takes away the activation date of April 26th and activates a few years after the file or PC is infected. However, it doesn't just happen on one of the PCs, it does it on all of them, which is insanely badass. So, we're going to go ahead and set the date to the future on this PC right here. Set it to 2012, why not? Today's date. Alright. And the worm will activate after about 4 minutes, and it will send a signal to all the other virtual machines, or machines on the network rather, to activate their CIH payload immediately. So we'll go ahead and take a break and see that in just a little bit.